In this video, I am in Lynton and taking the world-famous Lynton and Lynmouth Cliff Railway down to Lynmouth. Join me as I take a stroll around this picturesque coastal resort. Lynton's historic town hall is a strange mixture of mock Gothic, Neo-Tudor and Art Nouveau design. The town hall is a Grade II listed municipal building with a rich history and significant architectural interest. It was gifted by prominent publisher and politician Sir George Newnes and opened its doors on August 15, 1900. Its design, attributed to Reed and MacDonald, is largely Tudor Revival style with 5 bays on the main frontage. Internally, the council chamber and the main hall served as the principal rooms. Despite being formerly a local seat of government, it ceased such functions when the North Devon Council was established in 1974. The high cliffs separating Lynton and Lynmouth made travel and economic development in the area difficult. Most goods, including coal, lime, foodstuffs and other essentials, were delivered by sea to Lynmouth and then carried by pack horses and carts up the steep hill to Lynton. The cliffs posed difficulties for the tourist industry in the region. Holidaymakers arrived at Lynmouth on paddle steamers from Bristol and Swansea and other ports in the Bristol Channel from about 1820. Ponies, donkeys and carriages were available for hire, but the steep gradients led to the animals having short working lives. As the 19th century progressed, it was apparent that the cliffs were restricting the transport of goods between the villages and deterring prospective visitors. This multi-award-winning Grade 2 listed funicular cliff railway opened in 1890 and is the highest and the steepest totally water-powered railway in the world. The railway has 2 cars, each carrying up to 40 passengers. They are attached to cables running up and down from each car and passing round a 5 feet 7-inch pulley at each end of the incline. The cars require no power to operate, and the system has a relatively low carbon footprint. Water is piped over 1 mile from the West Lynn River through 5-inch diameter pipes to a storage reservoir at the upper station. Each car has a 700 imperial gallon tank mounted between the wheels. Once passengers are loaded at each station, the brakes are released and water is released from the bottom car until the top car is heavier and starts to descend, pulling the lower car up as it does so. Upon arrival at the top station, the car's tank is refilled, ready for the next descent. Created by Richard Graham, the Walker was proudly unveiled on May 8, 2017 by John Craven from the BBC's Country File. The sculpture has become an iconic fixture in Lynmouth and looks out over another Lynmouth icon, the Rhenish Tower. The Walker signifies the meeting point of 4 national trails: the Coleridge Way, Two Moors Way, Southwest Coast Path, and the Tarka Trail. Lynton and Lynmouth are situated within the Exmoor National Park, surrounded by magnificent scenery. This area is a walker's paradise. Known as Little Switzerland, the pretty village of Lynmouth sits at sea level, following the River Lynn down to the sea, whilst Lynton sits higher, full of quaint narrow lanes and independent shops to explore. The Rhenish Tower was originally built around 1832, following the belief that saltwater bathing was good for the health and to prevent the need for participants to brave heavy or icy waves on the seashore. The tower remained virtually unchanged for many years, except for the replacement of a tar barrel with an electric light fitting. This light was visible for a distance of 10 miles. The origins of the name Rhenish is a little unclear, but it is generally accepted that it was so called after similarly shaped towers on the River Rhine. The tower continued to guide mariners into harbour until, on the 15th of August 1952, it was totally destroyed in the Lynmouth flood disaster. It was rebuilt in 1954 on an extended pier with only the fire basket that sat on top of the original tower being salvaged from the beach. On Friday the 15th of August 1952, the tiny village of Lynmouth suffered what could be described as the worst river flood in English history. During the day, over 230 millimetres of rain fell, 150 millimetres of which fell in a few hours that afternoon and early evening. Add the 150 millimetres of rain that had already fallen in the first 2 weeks of August, then it is no surprise that the top of Exmoor was unable to absorb the rainfall and was totally overwhelmed. It was estimated that 90 million tonnes of rain fell in North Devon and West Somerset on that day. This rainfall flooded into the many tributaries of the East and West Lynn rivers, and consequently many tonnes of water, soil, boulders and vegetation descended through the narrow valleys of Exmoor from 500 metres up on the moor to meet at sea level in Lynmouth itself. On its way, various bridges blocked the flow until they collapsed, and subsequently a wall of water and rubble hit Lynmouth in the late evening. The West Lynn River rose 18.25 metres above the normal level at its highest point, and 34 people in the wider area lost their lives, 28 in the Lynmouth and the Barbrook area alone. Effectively, Lynmouth was destroyed during that night.
A flood once tore through, but here they remain, two sisters of beauty, born of joy and pain. The rain whispers secrets to birches and pines, dreams of these towns forever entwined.
I have had a fantastic day out, but all good things must come to an end. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button and leave me a message in the comments box below. Well, that's it for now. See you on the next video.